Hello and welcome to Radically Aligned. I'm so excited to have you on this journey with me. My name's Vicky Chisholm. I'm going to be your host. We're going to be exploring all things alignment in business and in your soul. We're going to be bringing together some amazing episodes to help you cultivate the alignment that works for you so you can have soul-aligned business success. But more importantly, we're also going to be bringing in guests for interviews so you can learn not just from me, but from experts all over the world. Are you ready? Let's go. Hello, we are back again. Another episode. This time we're going to talk about energy and mindset. You see, I do get myself into a little bit of a tizwaz when people say that mindset is everything, because I actually completely and utterly disagree. Mindset is not everything. Now, there is a rationale behind that. And if you've bought the book, Radically Aligned, you will know what I'm going on about here. But if you haven't, don't worry, because we're going to be covering it in this episode. Now, why am I so het up about mindset is everything and people going around with this false belief that your mindset is everything? It drives me crazy, literally drives me crazy, right? Because your mindset is not everything. But I'll tell you what is everything: your energy. If you are holding energy and that energy is emotionally charged and that energy is feeding your brain, how is your mindset the one that's in control of everything? It's not, okay? The energy that you feel inside is what controls your thoughts. If you're having a shit day, your energy's low, your mind will be low. If you're having a good day, your energy's vibrant, your thoughts will be vibrant, okay? Your energy dictates what you think, what you feel, what you react to, what you respond to, and everything. And this is where the gurus get it wrong. And it upsets me to see it, because people are out there spending hours and hours every freaking day of their lives using affirmations or talking about, oh, just change your thoughts, reframe it. It's not as simple as that. How do I know? Because I spent years trying to listen to these gurus and figure out why my mindset wasn't changing. Of course, my mindset wasn't changing. I was an individual who had gone through extensive abuse and trauma, and I had to undo and unlearn coping mechanisms, survival skills, fear, old patterns that I'd learned for survival. Reframing my mind by choosing a different thought was not going to change my life. And that is something that I am truly, truly passionate about. Because I want you to be able to change your life. I want you to be able to succeed in your business. And you can do that. But we've got to find the right way for you to do that. Not the 40 hours a week doing affirmations that don't do anything for you. Not the disempowerment. Not the blame culture, not the shame culture. Not the not good enough. I'm talking about true, evolving, energetic transformations. Now, I could honestly talk about this all day long, and I mean all day long. But you haven't got all day. I haven't got all day. Not really. We got shit to be getting on with, because we have got dreams, we've got goals, and we've got bigger missions, right? So my bigger mission, the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, is to help people like yourself extend, grow, and evolve. You can't do that if you're staying stuck in mindset is everything. So stay with me whilst we shift and get you into alignment. Understanding your limiting beliefs is one way to get you to move beyond the mindset. But there are some tricks and tips along the way that you've probably not been taught before. And that's where I go, right, let's get to work, okay? Because if we can get to work, if we can change your environment from the inside out, then we can change so much more. Now, one thing's really, really clear. When you as an individual change your energy and you change your programming and you suddenly don't think and feel the way you did, that has a ripple effect. And that ripple effect goes through all of you. It goes through your partners, your children, your parents, your friends. You start seeing things in a different light. You start seeing things in a different format. And suddenly, everything feels better. So let's start, right? For those of you that are listening in, I've just picked up my book, Radically Aligned. It is available on Amazon. And chapter 2 is all about the mindset and the energy shifts. So here's a little story for you, okay? Your mindset and your energy do matter. And the reason that they matter is because they come as a pair. They are not separate. Your energy is emotionally charged. And that's what feeds the thoughts. So I want you to think of a time where something really upset you. It could be when you were at school and one of the children called you names. It could be a teacher telling you off and berating you for not being clever enough or not getting the maths properly or not listening properly. It could be your mum, your dad, your cousin, your sibling, where someone has come along and upset you. What they've done is they've triggered you. And that trigger is what's given you a response. And sometimes the response isn't going to be what you want it to be. Sometimes that response is going to be a reaction. And the reaction is where you get to unlearn these behaviors and these traits that says mindset is everything. Because it's the energy that's triggered you. Because there's an emotional trauma in there somewhere that hasn't yet been released from your body. So when I had fibromyalgia, the doctor diagnosed me and basically said that by the time you're 40, you'll probably end up being in a wheelchair because you're rapidly declining, to the point where I couldn't even have a duvet over my legs because the pressure of the duvet on my knee hurt. It was crazy stuff, right? I couldn't even chop a cucumber without shooting pains up my arms. It was like my body was shutting down and there was no way out. None. But I had 3 children. There was no way that I was going to be stopped from being mum. So I had to find another way. And the doctor said, I can't do any more for you. You need to go away. You need to discover your way of coping with the pain. And you need to just take all these pills and just get on with it, basically. He said, I'll refer you to pain management. In that moment, my mind was, I don't think so, because I'm a bit of a stubborn bitch. And I said, no. So in that moment, I had made a decision with my mind. But behind that decision was an energy of empowerment saying, I will not be victim to this. I will not stop here. So I had to make change. By that energy of empowerment, feeding the determination into my mind, I was able to make different decisions. So I went and did my research. I overcame the symptoms of fibromyalgia. I overcame the severe chronic fatigue. I overcame anxiety. Don't get me wrong, it still rears its ugly head every so often, but nowhere near as bad as what I was living through. And then I realised that I'd overcome depression. My symptoms of PTSD were nowhere near as bad as what they used to be. So when people say to me, mindset is everything, I know through my own experiences, mindset alone is not enough if you want lasting change. As business owners, we cannot just sit there and repeat affirmations to ourselves 2,000 times a day and hope and pray that this pattern or this affirmation that you're telling yourself is eventually going to change your mind. It doesn't work like that. You have to take action. So What kind of things can you do to take action to bring your energy and your mind combined as one? One of the actions that I took was EFT, emotional freedom technique, where you use the meridian points on your body and you reframe your mind by shifting the energy that's been feeding it. Okay. So EFT, emotional freedom technique. I'm an advanced practitioner. I absolutely love EFT. It is my go-to whenever I'm feeling stuck, whenever I'm feeling stagnant, whenever I am ready for a real profound shift. Now, sometimes EFT isn't enough for me. I will do it and I'll have a great breakthrough, but then there'll be another layer or there'll be something else that comes up. So I think, right, okay, there's more to this. So I bring an accumulation of holistic therapies together to help myself break free of the bullshit energies that are feeding my mind. Because at the end of the day, the energy that's in your body is the energy that's going to dictate your future. That is a really harsh reality check. So what do you need to do in this moment if you've got somebody telling you that your mindset is everything? You are an individual and you have to make those choices. You have to lean into your own intuition. Is this a mindset issue or is this more? Okay, because having a negative mindset is normally because of an energetic trauma that's been stuck in the body. Your mind just doesn't decide to be negative for the sake of being negative. Okay, however, and this is kind of controversial a little bit as well, almost counterproductive too. A lot of people will use the word healing. I need healing. I've still got to heal. I've still got to recover. I've still got to grow. I challenge you to change that language to energy shift. I'm going to choose to shift my energy. When you shift the energy, you shift your mind, you shift your reality, you shift your outcome. And this is where people fall flat with law of attraction and the manifestation and being all woo-woo and, you know, out there and spiritually awake and everything. Yes, you can be spiritually awake. Yes, you can manifest, but you're not going to manifest just by saying, I'm going to pray and hope and hold the energy that this is all going to come true. You have to take action. It's everything. You want to feel better inside? You got to take action. You want to shift the energy and overcome the past? You got to take action. You can't just keep going back into the healing process and staying stuck there because it's going to hinder you. It's going to pull you back. So it's time to move. Are you ready to move? Are you ready to move the energy? Are you ready to reclaim your power? Are you ready to expand and grow? There's only one person that can do it, and that is you. Even as a coach, as an alchemist, as a trained therapist, with all these different holistic therapies, I cannot wave the magic wand and do it for you. I can hold space, I can guide, I can show you techniques, I can ask questions to make sure you're getting to the answer of what it is you're looking for. I can help you move the energy if you are open to it. I can't help you move the energy if you're not open to it. And this is where you have to decide. Are you going to stick with the rules that your mindset is everything? Or are you going to energetically shift? This is one of the things I loved about EFT. EFT helped me shift even when I was in the darkest of places. 1, 2, 3 rounds of EFT. It would change my life. So I teach my own method of the ABC, which is awareness and acknowledgement, balance and clearing. Sorry, balance and then clearing. But through the different stages in the 3 rounds of EFT, we focus on resistance. We focus on forgiveness. We focus on alchemizing the energy for what it's done and what it's been and the purpose that it has served. rewiring your brain, reclaiming your life is more than an energy shift. It's a heart-led opportunity to not just change your life, but change the lives of others. So why have I got to this point with energy shifting and talking about all this stuff in business? Here's why. I spent years and years and years going around in circles. I built up my first business from £10 an hour as a service-based individual. And even then, I struggled asking for the money, asking for £10 an hour. I struggled immensely because I didn't see my worth. I didn't see that I was good enough. I didn't see that in me, I was an empty shell. I was a chronic mess of an individual. I had no identity. I had no purpose other than children, work, house. I had no life. So putting myself out of that and turning that business from £10 an hour, from the mess that I was in, and turning over 6 figures really was quite a big achievement for me. But it didn't happen by repeating affirmations. Now, don't get me wrong. I had affirmations printed on little cards and I plastered them all over the kitchen. They were everywhere. I watched The Secret. I was all in. I was ready to make this thing happen. The only thing that really happened was I looked like I was completely nuts. I don't like I was off my trolley. It was completely crazy. I remember she wasn't my mother-in-law by marriage because we never married, but she came in one day and just looked around the kitchen as if to say, what's going on with this woman? And it was because I was listening to everything that everyone was telling me to do. Get the affirmations out, which is why now I'm so passionate about you not doing just the affirmations, right? We've got to go deep. We've got to make sure that you are doing the right things to get the energetic shift that you need to change your mindset. Okay. So in business, you've got these limiting beliefs because you're doing things that you never thought you could, because you're facing fears that you never knew that you'd be facing, because you're suddenly going to be getting out of your comfort zone. You're no longer doing things for somebody else and being paid for it. Now you've got to do it for your own freaking backside and your family, right? So you've got all these fears, all these insecurities. You've suddenly got to get visible. You've suddenly got to learn marketing. You've suddenly got to expand and grow in all kinds of different ways. And oh my goodness, it's overwhelming. It's so overwhelming. Between the accounts, the social media, the marketing aspect, the sales aspect, the funnels, the systems, now you've got AI. Oh, gosh, I'm loving AI, by the way. Loving it, loving it. Anyway, I'm going off track. So you've got all these amazing things. And you have to do all of them when you first start out in business because there is only you. So you've got to combat the sales, you've got to combat the offer, you've got to combat the dream client, you've got to combat everything and be 1,000,001 things to everybody. And then suddenly you don't. And then suddenly you're like, ah, I did it. I got through the other side. But you get through the other side and then you're like, fucking hell, I'm exhausted, I'm burnt out. And then you're so exhausted, you can't go to the next level. Okay. So limiting beliefs, they come in just to the point that you're about to reach huge success, mainly. Sometimes it's just learning something new that the limiting beliefs coming in and going, don't be so ridiculous. Of course you can't do that. The ego pipes up. All those past voices tell you, who does she think she is? Miss Bossy Boots. Oh my God, she's so up herself. All that stuff, right? All those beliefs start coming back and you're left with these energetic beliefs that are feeding your mind and stopping you from progressing in your business. They're stopping you from succeeding. They're stopping you from serving. They're stopping you from having an impact. And that has to stop. So my mission is to make sure that spiritual entrepreneurs are getting out there, are getting seen, heard, and hired by shifting the energy from within so they can expand, so they can grow, so they can make an impact. I'm going to say it again. It's about making an impact. Every time you are hiding behind closed doors, every time you are hiding, not wanting to be seen, you're stopping people from finding you. You're stopping the impact that you know you're here to serve. Now, whether you're in a product-based business, whether you are in a service-based business, or whether you're in a passive income business, it doesn't matter. You are here to make an impact. You being seen, heard, and hired is the only way that we can get you to do that. Okay? So these limiting beliefs that are holding you back or having an impact negatively, we've got to find a way to resolve it, right? We've got to find a way to help you get clear on how can you overcome this hurdle, this barrier, this energy that's feeding your mind loads of bullshit. How can we do that? We do that with understanding. Taking a note. What is this energy trying to teach me? What is this situation trying to protect me from? And then learn how to alchemize it. So I use EFT. I use Ho'oponopono. I might even journal on it. I might do other things to just try my way to get through the other side. Sometimes it can be as simple as sitting down and getting clarity over what it is that you want to do. And other times it can be as simple as just choosing a new way. Understanding what the energy is trying to tell you first, because it's emotionally driven. If it's emotion, it's energy in motion. Gives you the opportunity to break free. So if you've bought my book, Radically Aligned, in the back of the book, you will see there's a resources page. In that resources page, you can download my guide for EFT, and you can also go and do the limiting beliefs training if you want to. If you haven't got my book, go onto my website and connect with me. Let me understand what it is you need, and I will guide you in the right way. Okay? So it's vickychisholm.com. Go, check it out. Let me know what you need, and we'll get it sorted. Okay. So, is your mindset everything? Absolutely fucking not. Is your energy everything? Abso-freaking-lutely yes. Now, I've just touched the surface with this here today, because if I go too deep too quickly, you're all going to go, oh my freaking God, I can't keep up. I just want you to be aware, right? So between now and the next time you listen to an episode, I want you to think about this. What is my mindset? And what is the energy feeding it? Where does that stem from? Why am I holding it? How can I choose to shift it? Boom, you're back in power, baby. Reclaiming your power. Not just of your mind, of your energy, your body, your soul. Which then puts you powerfully in a position where you can go and confidently succeed in your business. How freaking magic is that? So I'm going to wrap it up here. You've got work to do. I've got more episodes to be getting out to you. More importantly, what I do want you to do is sit with that. What is the energy feeding your mind? Enjoy. I'll see you in the next episode. That's a wrap for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. All these episodes are created in line with my book, Radically Aligned. Go check it out on Amazon, grab a copy, and let's get you started. At the back of the book, they'll also find a QR code where you'll get access to some amazing resources. You don't want to miss it. See you in the next episode.